Hey, adrenaline junkies, welcome back. What you're about to see isn't scripted, it isn't staged, and it definitely isn't safe. This is raw police body cam footage where one bad decision turns into a chain reaction of chaos, sirens, and split-second judgment calls. Stay locked in, because once this starts, there's no pause button.
Bound on Stanton Road near Baseline when Little Rock police were in pursuit of a stolen vehicle. The driver had no intention of stopping, and the chase was quickly getting out of control. At 11:21 p.m., Arkansas State Police joined in.
Little Rock, when you're around. 37, we're approaching Baseline now, state second primary. That's down on Baseline, Baseline is down. TBI. Right now, Jeep, front skirt, right southbound, behind the Dollar General.
And that's the kind of effort Arkansas State troopers put in to chase down a suspect. Just seconds after taking over as primary, the trooper went all in, executing a pit and bringing the stolen vehicle to a stop. The suspect jumped out and tried to run, but his escape didn't last long. The driver, identified as Jabron Lewis, didn't make it far, and he now faces several charges: theft by receiving, recovery of stolen vehicle, failure to stop after accident with injury or death, criminal mischief, and fleeing. On October 30th, 2024, Trooper Alex Bratton observed a white Chevrolet pickup truck without a rear license plate. Trooper Bratton turned around to follow the vehicle, and after cresting a hill, noticed the truck was speeding. Radar confirmed it was traveling 90 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. The truck then turned west onto East Justice Road, and it was clear the driver was trying to evade. At that point, Trooper Bratton activated lights and sirens and notified dispatch he was in pursuit. When Trooper Bratton saw an opportunity to perform a TVI, he maneuvered to the left side of the pickup and made contact with the rear bumper. But the driver suddenly slammed on the brakes, causing the trooper's unit to slide past the truck, making the attempt unsuccessful and allowing the suspect to continue fleeing.
Turn the truck up! I'll blow your brains out! I will blow your brains out!
You know that was a trooper at the damn 5 and 89. That wasn't damn city police.
I didn't know, man. I didn't know.
I know you looked right at me.
I didn't see you. And I'm sorry you had to do all that. I really am.
The driver, Harry Edgar Nethercutt, and his passenger, Amy Nicole Bruce, were taken into custody without incident. EMS evaluated both, and Bruce was later released and taken to the hospital. Troopers found the stolen truck's license plate hidden under the driver's seat. The registered owner confirmed the vehicle was stolen weeks earlier and didn't know Nethercutt. Nethercutt was booked into the Lonoke County Detention Center on charges including felony fleeing, theft by receiving, reckless driving, speeding, and driving without a license plate. In 2023, a Toyota was spotted speeding well over the limit. When a trooper tried to make a stop, the driver briefly slowed, then took off. Additional units were alerted, and soon Trooper Tanner joined the pursuit alongside fellow troopers, ready to bring it to an end.
I'm saying now he's traveling off the road. I'm out with a 25. Yeah, I'm headed to
The trooper attempted 2 pit maneuvers, but the suspect kept going. What he didn't know, at the time, was that those 2 attempts were just the beginning of a relentless series of pits still to come. Now you might think that was the end, but you'd be wrong. The suspect recovered once again and kept fleeing, but Trooper Tanner, fueled by determination, caught up fast, and this time he wasn't letting the suspect slip away. The suspect was pulled from the vehicle and arrested, but that final hit from the trooper, that felt personal. He was taken into custody without further incident and hit with a long list of charges he won't be forgetting anytime soon. November 4th, 2020, ASP Trooper James Ray was dispatched to assist a highway patrol officer during a traffic stop. As he approached the passenger side, the driver suddenly took off. While rushing back to his vehicle, Trooper Ray slipped in the wet grass and fell, but that didn't stop him. He got up and, alongside the highway patrol officer, joined the pursuit without hesitation. When When the pit was executed, it caused the suspect to spin out, and for a moment it looked like that was the end of it. But somehow the suspect managed to recover and kept on fleeing, refusing to give up.
Okay, we're coming. Now, did you say he was losing a guy or headlong broke?
Yeah, I lost it, yeah. We tried to stop a second ago. And he was having some issues. 387, I'm head on with this vehicle right now.
Careful.
Get out of the vehicle! Get out of the vehicle! Get out of the vehicle! Get out of the vehicle!
Trooper Ray made a split-second decision and positioned his vehicle head-on in front of the fleeing suspect. With no room left to run, the two collided, ending the pursuit. Brian Starnes initially resisted arrest but was eventually taken into custody. He was booked into the Franklin County Detention Center and charged with felony fleeing, aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, driving on a suspended license, and being a habitual offender. 2024, in Broward County, Florida, Trooper Gary A. spots a black Lincoln with expired tags. What started as a simple traffic stop would turn into a dangerous pursuit, one that put countless drivers at risk. When the trooper hit the lights, the Lincoln took off, swerving across lanes, nearly colliding with cars, and blasting through a red light. The suspect, later identified as 38-year-old Vintoya Woodard, pushed her way onto Interstate 95 southbound, weaving recklessly as troopers closed in.
What's your 1020 now? On the video.
Trooper Garrier executed a precise pit maneuver that spun the Lincoln out and ended the chase. Woodard surrendered without a fight. Paramedics checked the child, thankfully unharmed, before releasing them to a relative. Woodard admitted she fled because she was scared and driving on a suspended license. But running from the Florida Highway Patrol only made things worse. Another dangerous chase stopped. Another reminder: fleeing never ends well. The pursuit began on Wednesday, November 27th, when the Grant County Sheriff requested assistance with a vehicle pursuit. The suspect, driving a dark-colored Dodge Challenger, was traveling northbound on I-530. Trooper observed the vehicle, a gray Dodge Challenger with black stripes, and began pursuing it as it continued traveling north on I-530, approaching I-30 East. The driver was making several improper lane changes at a high rate of speed, prompting the pursuit. chase ended when Trooper positioned his patrol car near the suspect's Dodge Challenger and performed a tactical vehicle intervention. The vehicle came to a stop on the left side of Interstate 30 against the concrete barrier facing the opposite direction. The driver opened the door before the vehicle had fully stopped and then fled on foot. Wearing a white shirt with green sleeves and jeans, the suspect ran toward 13th Street and Locust Street, jumping over the guardrail in the process. The vehicle was towed by A.C. Lewis. The passenger, identified as the vehicle's owner, did not provide helpful information to assist in the driver's arrest. In Oklahoma City, on April 2, 2025, Oklahoma City police located a wanted felon sitting in his car at a gas station. As officers pulled in behind him and attempted a traffic stop, the suspect suddenly accelerated, refusing to comply, and just like that, a pursuit was on.
Taking off northbound. I'll give you a direction to travel here in a second. We can't TV off? Too many cars. We're going to be northbound on Sunny Lane approaching I-40.
Incident to
Still need to yield right now.
Your call has been updated.
Watch out, dude. Clear up. I believe so. We're going to be getting westbound from Sunny Lane. We are getting on I-40, attempted TVI, just 75 miles an hour. We're going to have good felony charges on the driver and passenger. In the middle lane right now, coming to the outside lane.
The officer attempted a TVI twice, but neither attempt was successful, only causing some damage to the suspect's car. As the chase continued onto the highway, the suspect began weaving aggressively between lanes, making the pursuit even more dangerous for everyone on the road.
All right, still westbound I-40, passing a car on the left. Speeds about 50 miles an hour. Going from the inside lane to the outside lane. Just before I-40 westbound, if somebody can patrol officer can try to help us out. That was like a black baggie. Looks like they are still in the number 2, switching to the number 3 lane and back to the number 2 lane. Passenger is on the phone. Going up to Oklahoma City Boulevard right now. We're in the inside lane. We're going to go around Oklahoma City Boulevard. Still westbound on I-40.
70.
Huh?
Speeds are 70.
Speeds are still 70. Traffic's lightening up quite a bit. There's maybe 2 or 3 cars ahead of us. We're going to switch to the number 3 lane. We'll let you know what they do from here. Going all the way out to the outside lane. Looks like a firearm magazine just came out of the vehicle as well. And that was I-40 westbound.
The suspect began tossing items out of his window while continuing to flee. As he took an exit off the highway, the opportunity finally came. An officer moved in and executed a successful TVI, bringing the suspect's vehicle to a stop.
On 10, northbound on 10. TVI, TVI, TVI. Turn back around. Hold on. Come here, come here, come here.
Okay. Hey, listen. My wife's out here.
Officers discovered a firearm inside the vehicle and arrested 34-year-old Deshane Jefferson, who was wanted on a felony warrant out of Jackson County, Oklahoma. According to court documents, Jefferson had previously met with a confidential informant back in November, adding to the serious charges already stacked against him. On February 6th, 2024, Trooper was driving a marked patrol vehicle in Sebring, Florida, when they saw a vehicle heading towards State Road 66. The trooper made a U-turn and the vehicle immediately sped off, passing other cars on a double yellow line and making sharp turns. The trooper activated lights and sirens and started a pursuit.
We're still continuing westbound, speed's 40 miles an hour. He's barely able to control it. Vehicle's almost DAV.
The suspect was down 3 tires and struggling to control the vehicle. The trooper waited to see if the suspect would pull over on their own, but if not, the trooper was ready to end the chase himself.
I need another unit up there with me. Ten-4. He's not able to control it. It keeps going into oncoming traffic. I get a chance to take him out.
When the vehicle stopped, Jaquan Salvalis Hall exited and dropped to the ground, hiding behind the vehicle. He stayed in the prone position, refusing multiple commands to reveal himself. He used his vehicle as a weapon, intentionally striking a patrol car, injuring the deputy. Jaquan was also driving without a valid license. There is probable cause to charge him with these. 2. Trooper Dwayne Niles was out on routine patrol when he noticed a vehicle driving dangerously. Acting quickly, the trooper activated his lights and siren to make a simple traffic stop. But the moment he got close, everything started to spiral out of control.
Hello? Trooper Niles State Police. Did I stop you? You're driving too fast, alright? Into that hill and that won't have to worry about it.
Suspect didn't have a driver's license or any form of ID, but he did have a gun in the car. When the trooper began questioning him about the firearm, the driver suddenly took off. Trooper Niles sprinted back to his patrol car, and the chase was on. Within minutes, the trooper started closing the distance. The suspect's attempt to escape was falling apart fast. Even though the trooper was now right behind the suspect, the end of this chase was nowhere in sight. The driver kept swerving across lanes, showing zero concern for the traffic around him. All the trooper could do was stay on him, hoping the suspect wouldn't slam into an innocent driver, waiting for that one safe moment to finally bring this pursuit to an end. The trooper was slowly gaining ground, closing the gap with every second. When the suspect took the exit ramp, he was forced to slow down, and that's when the trooper made his move. He closed in tight, and at that moment, the end of this pursuit had never been closer. The trooper executed a pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle crashing into the barrier before flipping onto its side. Trooper Dwayne, along with another trooper, carefully approached the wreck, cautiously working to pull the suspect out. After a brief struggle, they finally got him out and placed him under arrest. He was taken into custody, learning the hard way why you never try to run from an Arkansas state trooper.
Primary contact someone.
On August 26, 2024, a trooper attempted to initiate a traffic stop on a stolen Dodge Durango near Bancroft Street and Secor Road. The driver of the Durango failed to stop, prompting the trooper to begin a pursuit.
Continuing, going to begin on eastbound 475, eastbound 475.
The suspect driver was beginning to get out of control, creating a dangerous situation for other drivers on the road. The trooper quickly realized the need for backup and requested assistance. After a few minutes of fleeing on the highway, the suspect suddenly took an exit.
He's going to be getting back northbound now on 75.
Northbound 75.
618 comes to be getting off of Collingwood now. Speed 75. No traffic. Turning westbound Collingwood. We're just making a circle. We're getting back to 75 now. Southbound, getting across for Gilligan.
Southbound 75.
The suspect's tires were successfully deflated, forcing them to reduce their speed significantly. This action played a critical role in determining the outcome of the pursuit.
199.
See the front tires are going flat. He's slowing down there.
High contact from them.
The suspect eventually came to a stop, exited the vehicle, and fled on foot, extending the pursuit as officers quickly pursued him on foot.
State trooper, stop! You're gonna get tased!
You are under arrest. Please make yourself aware. Come out with your hands up.
I'm with you.
1014, let me get up here.
Walk forward!
Walk towards my boys!
Walk forward!
Put your hands up to the sky.
I've
All
got
the way down. All the way down. On your face. On your face.
I've got cover.
Hands behind your back.
The driver, identified as 36-year-old Lorenzo Collins, attempted to flee on foot but was apprehended by police. The passenger in the stolen vehicle was also taken into custody but was later released. Collins faces charges of receiving stolen property, a fourth-degree felony, and failure to comply with the order or signal of a police officer, a third-degree felony.
Roll fire. We got 1050 on Florence in Mannheim. At least 3 vehicles.
On April 18, 2023, Rosemont police were alerted to a stolen vehicle by license plate reading technology. When an officer spotted the vehicle, they attempted a stop, but the suspect fled, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
He's taking off, male black driver with dreads, 294 south approaching Irving. Big Park West. Turning right onto Mannheim North.
The suspect was driving recklessly at high speeds, dangerously weaving between vehicles and running red lights. That would ultimately prove to be his big mistake.
Roll fire. We got 1050 on Florence in Mannheim. At least 3 vehicles wrecked out, and we have the offending vehicle on its top. Stand by for further. We're going to have...
The chase didn't last long as the suspect exited the highway and caused a multi-vehicle collision at Mannheim Road in Lawrence. Schiller Park and Chicago fire departments responded to the scene, rushing the suspect to a local hospital for treatment. The driver was later identified by Illinois State Police. What do you think what punishment this suspect deserved? This is undoubtedly one of the most bizarre incidents ever captured on a police dash cam. The trooper was stationary, observing traffic, when out of nowhere a rogue tire came bouncing directly toward the patrol car. The trooper must be absolutely shocked, and honestly, how could he not be? I mean, one minute you're watching traffic and the next a tire smashes through your windshield out of nowhere. Now let me know down in the comments, what would your first thoughts be if this happened to you? On Friday, December 13th, 2024, Trooper Hunter Grubbs observed a beige 2000 Nissan Frontier make a right turn onto Piercy Road from Caddo Gap Road. The license plate was checked, and Trooper Grubbs proceeded to follow the vehicle. Activating emergency lights, Trooper Grubbs initiated a traffic stop.
Everything okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any reason why you're trying to get out?
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay, as long as there's not. Well, I'm Trooper Grubbs, Arkansas State Police. We're just for the traffic stop. Tags are expired.
Well,
yeah, sure, they expired. You want to get your registration? We can look at it together?
Trooper Hunter Grubbs approached Michael Eugene Bradshaw, the sole occupant of a beige Nissan Frontier, and collected the necessary information. After returning to his patrol vehicle, Trooper Grubbs stepped out again to speak with Bradshaw. When asked to open the door, as he had done before, Bradshaw's demeanor changed, his eyes widened, and he gave a blank stare before shaking his head. Suddenly, he locked the door, started the engine, and sped away.
Hey, what are you doing? We're on Cataloop, Nissan, Frontier. It's going to be a Bradshaw driving. We're on the loop still. We're coming up on Piercy. Better not run, I'm going to shoot you!
Michael Eugene Bradshaw, who was speeding and weaving across lanes, reaching speeds over 60 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. Bradshaw ignored the stop sign, crossed into oncoming traffic, and crashed into the woods, disabling his vehicle. Trooper Grubbs quickly apprehended him without further incident. Bradshaw was taken to the Garland County Detention Center, where he was processed. Charges: speeding, no seatbelt; careless driving, no registration; failure to obey; stop sign, no driver's license; possession of a controlled substance; fleeing possession of firearms by certain persons; simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms. 9th, 2024 at 12:55 p.m., Arkansas State Police Corporal Arnold spotted a black Dodge Charger tailgating a semi on I-30 eastbound near mile marker 76. Corporal then catch up with lights and sirens activated, and the driver pulled over. But just as the corporal approached the vehicle, the driver took off, kicking off a high-speed pursuit. As the chase progressed, the suspect hit 150 miles per hour. The trooper pushed 130 but still couldn't close the gap, but eventually the suspect slowed down, giving the trooper a chance to catch up.
off the ground!
The suspect had no choice but to slow down. That's when Corporal Arnold made his move, sending the Charger straight into the ditch. Mr. Penny was taken into custody without further incident and transported to the Clark County Detention Center. One reckless decision, and now he's facing multiple charges.
Footbell, footbell.
Trooper Niles was patrolling when he observed a Volkswagen Passat traveling at 84 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. A traffic stop was initiated at the Colonel Glenn exit, but the driver, later identified as Kayla Logan, failed to stop and disregarded a red light while making a right turn.
10-4. I'm going to go ahead and say 1037. Be on Colonel Glenn, passing Taco Bell. Passing shop at First Circle K, just went through a red light. I believe it's occupied one time. And it's 2142 PXT 2142 on a white Volkswagen out of Texas.
The suspect was completely disregarding all road signs and showing a total lack of concern for the safety of other drivers.
Approaching Elam Street. Just turned on Malloy. Passing 44. 42nd. Still on Malloy at 37. He's going through red light, so it's giving me a stop sign.
With the suspect's reckless driving at high speeds through the residential area, it was only a matter of time before she caused absolute chaos.
Footbell, footbell.
Football is at the very north end of Hope by Rutgers.
Put him up! Put him up now! Put him up! Who else is in the car?
My baby, it's a 3-year-old.
Get out!
Somebody
Get out!
after me!
Get out!
Ain't nobody in there.
Put your hands behind
I
the
didn't
back.
even have my jacket. Can you help? Bro, I swear to God on my life.
Ms. Logan was charged with a range of offenses, including felony endangerment, fleeing from law enforcement, reckless driving, and child welfare violations. Thankfully, the child was unharmed, and arrangements were made for their safe release to a family member. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the catastrophic risks that come with evading the law and putting innocent lives in harm's way. On October 18, 2021, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Wauwatosa police received a report about a stolen vehicle in the area. After canvassing the vicinity, they spotted a car matching the description. Emergency lights and sirens were activated, but the driver failed to stop, kicking off a high-speed pursuit. With every move, officers were certain they were chasing the right suspect, hoping to bring the dangerous chase to a safe conclusion.
566. It's a white Sportage, northbound on Harding, eastbound on Locust. They were at a gas station, jumped in the car, took off, and they saw me. Southbound 64. It's a white Kia Sportage, has a window busted out, suspected being stolen.
Vehicle vehicle is stolen out of Milwaukee. Date of theft is 10/12.
Northbound 61. Speeds are 20. Now westbound, get your street a second. Northbound through an alley, we're paralleling Appleton. Back westbound.
With the suspect driving recklessly, this was no easy task for the officers. This officer stood out, skillfully providing every detail about the pursuit to dispatch while staying incredibly close to the fleeing vehicle. His ability to maintain control of the situation while coordinating with backup was impressive, but the job wasn't done yet.
From Appleton. Slowing all the way for a stop sign. Almost struck a vehicle though, southbound 60th. Correct himself, stand by. Eastbound Hadley, almost crashed. Southbound Appleton. Speeds are 40. Light to medium traffic, no pedestrians, just slowing for the red at center. He went through the red at center. Coming up to the Lisbon merge. Looks like he's light pedestrians. Northbound 55 from Lisbon. Right on him. We go northbound on 54. Up to Clark, eastbound Clark from 54. I'm right on him, 30 miles per hour. He's slowing for the stop.
As the suspect raced through the urban area, executing a TVI wasn't an option. The officer remained close, carefully watching and waiting for the right moment. With the suspect's unpredictable driving darting from street to street, it was difficult for backup to anticipate his next move.
Northbound 49 from our line. We're in a parking lot. He's going to come back around. No, northbound.
That's with District 7.
I'm right on him. 30 miles per hour, continuing eastbound, 048. Disregard the stop at 47. Crash. Bail, at Sherman. Car's still going. I got the driver pinned in the car. Show your hand!
Running southbound.
At the intersection, the suspects crashed, their vehicle coming to a sudden stop. Without hesitation, all of them bolted from the car, fleeing on foot in different directions.
Show your hand! Show me your hand! They're all running southbound through the alley. Southbound. Got one male black, white, hooded. Take him into custody.
As the suspect came to a stop, backup arrived just in time. Officers swiftly apprehended each individual one by one. With the suspects in custody, this intense pursuit finally came to an end, bringing an end to a wild chase that had kept everyone on edge. January 24th, 2022, a silver BMW pulled out of a bar in Dalton, Georgia, and caught the attention of local officers. With no insurance and a reckless turn onto Walnut Avenue, police moved to make a routine traffic stop. But the moment blue lights flashed, the driver fled northbound on I-75, and the chase was on. What officers didn't know yet was that this would turn into a dangerous, high-speed pursuit with deadly consequences.
341. They're passing 339. You're passing which station?
As the first trooper struggled to keep up with the relentless pace of the fleeing vehicle, backup arrived. Another trooper took over as the primary unit, one who wasn't just ready to chase but ready to test his pursuit skills against a suspect pushing well past 100 miles per hour. This trooper was already closer than the last one, but even with that pressure, it wasn't enough. So he shifted into a higher gear, locked in, and turned up the heat. The suspect had no room for error now, because this trooper wasn't backing down. The BMW was pitted again, this time with brutal force. It spun off the highway, slammed into a guardrail, and flipped violently. The driver, who wasn't wearing a seatbelt, was ejected from the vehicle. He was pronounced dead at the scene, bringing a tragic and final end to this high-speed pursuit. Washington. Sometimes it's not the high-speed chases that stand out, but the ones where everything that could go wrong somehow does. On May 18, 2025, a Thurston County deputy tried to stop a driver who ran a stop sign like it was just a suggestion. The SUV had no license plate, but the driver didn't care, flooring it straight onto Interstate 5 North and instantly turning a simple stop into a multi-agency pursuit.
Disregard, continuing northbound. 39 TA. He just struck a white work van, gonna be pulling over, and the subject is still fleeing, approaching 124. And I've got Lakewood with me. Sam 13, can I go for a pit? Okay, Perm, I've got a Lakewood unit. We're taking the gravelly exit. Continuing crossback on the northbound.
Lakewood police joined in, boxing the suspect towards South Tacoma's busy streets, and that's when the deputy made his move, landing a perfect pit.
Down 512.
Westbound 512, receive.
Pit.
Bring your copy to pit.
Utility stop.
Turns out this wasn't the suspect's first bad decision. A convicted felon on community supervision, wanted for felony escape, suspended license, and a list of warrants longer than Interstate 5 itself. The highway plan involves beer and bad decisions. Things don't end well. On May 14, 2025, a White County deputy tried stopping a gold Pontiac Grand Am for careless driving, but the driver had no plans to pull over, and moments later, Arkansas State Police joined the pursuit.
Right here at the 44.
Report, I'm trying to take primary. White County's trying to box them in. I'm behind them. Report, go tell White County to back off. I'll pit him.
The idea of boxing him in wasn't working. It only made the suspect driving even worse. And that's the last thing a trooper wants in a high-speed chase.
You get White County to back off. Looks like he's going to make it 42.
The trooper executed a pit at 110 miles per hour, and it was game over for the suspect. But let's rewind for a second and see how it all looked from the troopers trailing behind.
TBI.
Let me see your hand! Let me see your hand! Get out of the car! Hands up now! Get out of the car!
When the suspect finally stepped out with beer bottle in hand, that's when the trooper deployed his taser, dropping him against the car before he hit the ground. Moments later, he was in cuffs and transported to the White County Detention Center. Colorado, September 4th, 2024. In the dead of night, deputies responded to a burglary in progress at a salvage yard. But when they closed in, the suspect behind the wheel of a stolen Toyota Tundra chose violence over surrender, ramming a deputy's patrol car in a desperate bid to escape.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
5832 exiting Bellevue.
Exiting Bellevue, 305.
5 David 32, they just lost the trailer. It is blocking the exit to Bellevue. Speeds about 75 light traffic. Speeds of 83, still riding on the wheel.
Speeds of 83, riding on the wheel, 309.
Do you want to get your car up here?
David 32, speeds of 70, and they're firing shots, I believe.
Speeds of 70.
As the chase raged on, the suspect opened fire on deputies and Inglewood officers, gunfire echoing through the night while the stolen truck tore recklessly through neighborhoods. With every mile, the danger grew, but deputies pressed forward, determined to stop him before anyone else got hurt.
You got something up there? We're working on right on security. The car pushed down, I think, south, but I'm going to clearly lock this down.
The pursuit came to a violent close near Village Greens Park in Greenwood Village when Zeiler lost control and crashed. Deputies moved in, arresting him before he could make another move. One deputy was treated at the hospital after being struck in the ramming, later released with an expected full recovery. Zeiler now faces a long list of charges: attempted murder of a peace officer, motor vehicle theft, burglary, and more. Meanwhile, investigators continue searching for 2 possible accomplices still at large. On July 5th, 2025, just before 1 a.m., Garland County deputies were chasing a stolen blue BMW SUV. They called in Arkansas State Police for backup, and it didn't take long for troopers to catch up. The suspect wasn't slowing down, and things were about to get dangerous.
Still in Melon Spring on page 13. As soon as you clear those houses, that's going to be your only shot before it turns to dirt. $7,700 block of spring, $7,700 block.
As the pursuit entered Lonsdale, the trooper took over the lead position. The suspect drove aggressively, swerving, braking hard, and cutting across the road, shutting down every single pit attempt. And with narrow road, tight turns, and uneven terrain, the kind you rarely see in police chases, things weren't exactly going in the trooper's favor. But that didn't stop him from trying again.
You can't box him in. I got both of them here. I need this light that started now.
The suspect, identified as Sean O'Brien, didn't get far. After the final pit sent the BMW rolling into a ditch, deputies moved in and took him into custody. Both cars wrecked and one suspect arrested, and one trooper proving that no matter the terrain, you don't outrun Arkansas State Police. O'Brien now faces a stack of charges, including theft, fleeing, reckless driving, and more. This chase may have started on his terms, but it ended hard.
Stop.
On March 1st, 2025, legendary Trooper Bird was stationary when he spotted a driver exceeding the posted speed limit. Trooper Bird quickly put his vehicle in drive and observed the driver with lights and sirens activated, after which the driver pulled over to the side of the road. As soon as the trooper exited the patrol car, the driver accelerated and fled the stop. Trooper Bird quickly got back into his patrol car, initiated a pursuit, and notified dispatch.
Westbound walking here with a black male with a tan hoodie. We are turning south on Shackelford. Come on, car. Light traffic, still southbound Shackelford. That 28 is
134, just give me a ticket. Still southbound on Shackelford. I'm fixing the TBI. It's Shackelford and Ethan Allen. TBI. Continuing southbound on Shackelford. Heading for right now. Stop.
Trooper Bird quickly executed 2 pit maneuvers, and after the second attempt, it seemed like the driver was finally stopped. But not just yet.
Another male TBI. He tried to stop and brake check me multiple times. Got a black male running on foot up toward the church. Stop! You'll get tased! Stop!
After bailing out of the vehicle, the suspect fled on foot, but a short chase ended when he was struck by a taser and apprehended in a church parking lot. He was charged with fleeing on foot, possession of a controlled substance, reckless driving, no seatbelt, no insurance, driving on a suspended license, speeding more than 15 over, failure to obey a stop sign, driving left of center. 2025, in Wolf Street and Franklin Street, Arkansas, when a simple traffic stop for a minor violation turned into chaos, when the driver, 37-year-old Colby Jamal Taylor, chose flight over compliance. What followed was a pursuit through multiple neighborhoods that pushed officers to their limits. The stop began with the smell of marijuana rolling from Taylor's vehicle. When backup arrived, he made his choice. Windows up, accelerator down.
You gotta roll his window down. Roll it down. Left on vertical. TBI.
The primary trooper lined up and hit the suspect with a pit, spinning the car, but the suspect mashed the gas and kept running. That's when Trooper Medley stepped in, sliding into the primary spot and picking up right where the last trooper left off. With the suspect still refusing to give up, the chase was far from over.
Coming up the church. North on church. Turning on Murray. I'm on. 11 just hit it again. He's still going. Take it to the eye. Take it to the eye.
As his car spun out, Taylor bailed while the vehicle was still moving, sprinting toward Robinson. The foot pursuit was short-lived. Officers wrestled him down, but Taylor wasn't finished resisting. Even in custody, he spit at officers and fought being restrained. Taylor's arrest revealed the deeper story. A convicted felon, armed and in possession of drugs, running on suspended insurance with no regard for public safety. His charges stacked high: felony fleeing, resisting arrest, possession of controlled substances, drug paraphernalia, and possession of a firearm by a felon. 6th, 2023, Trooper Escamilla was patrolling Interstate 40 near mile marker 170 when she spotted a black Cadillac SUV with Texas plates following too closely behind another vehicle. She initiated a traffic stop near mile marker 171 and made contact with the driver.
How's it going? Hey, my name's Trooper Escamilla. I'm with Arkansas State Police. The reason I made contact with you is you're following too close to that vehicle. The window tint's dark as well. Yeah, driver's license. All right, let me have you hop out and come over here to my car, okay? Do you have any weapons? Where are you from?
I'm from Maryland, but I live in Texas.
You live in Texas? Okay. I like the grill. Oh, yeah. What part of Texas?
Houston.
Houston area?
Yeah.
Okay. How much marijuana do you have in the trunk? Or how much marijuana do you have on you, period? You don't have no marijuana on you?
No marijuana.
Sure.
Yes.
Is there any shake or anything?
No.
When's the last time you smoked in there?
I haven't smoked.
It smells like marijuana.
I haven't smoked in there, man. I swear.
And whose vehicle is it?
My brother's vehicle.
It's your brother's?
Yes.
Okay. Where are you headed to right now?
Memphis.
What part?
This is when Trooper Escamilla knew something was off. The driver, identified as Darian, didn't explain why he was heading to Memphis. When asked if he had any marijuana in the vehicle, he said no, claiming he didn't smoke. But Trooper Escamilla could clearly smell marijuana, giving her probable cause to search the vehicle. She placed Darian in the back of her patrol car and began the search.
Alright, she put me in the car. Yeah. Nah, she said the car smelled like weed. And she's calling for backup.
Adam 40, Little Rock 1043. 30 West University, the black Chrysler 300, now 28. Okay, well.
She's opening the trunk now. Yeah, she's trying to unlock it. She's struggling opening the trunk. She just hopped in the back. Yeah, she's just seeing all the boxes.
You know what's up. How much you got?
While searching the rear of the vehicle, Trooper Escamilla found several boxes appearing to come from Morton Grove Pharmaceuticals. Darian was immediately handcuffed and placed under arrest. The vehicle was impounded and taken to the Lonoke County Sheriff's Office. A full search revealed 35 boxes, each containing 12 bottles, a total of 420 bottles of promethazine. His phone and the promethazine were seized by the Central Arkansas Drug Task Force. Since the promethazine did not contain codeine, Darian was charged with possession of prohibited drugs and use of another person's property to facilitate a crime. 27th, just before midnight, Grant County deputies were locked in a pursuit on I-530. The suspect was in a Dodge Challenger barreling north toward Little Rock. At 11:32 p.m., Arkansas State Police joined in. The Challenger was easy to spot, but hard to catch. The driver swerved wildly at high speeds, darting across lanes and making dangerous maneuvers that turned the interstate into a racetrack. The TVI at 140 miles per hour sent the Challenger spinning until it slammed against the concrete barrier on I-30, facing the wrong way. It should have been the end, but this driver wasn't ready to give up. Before the car even rolled to a complete stop, the door flew open. He bolted out, wearing a white shirt with green sleeves and jeans, and launched himself over the guardrail into the night. Troopers and deputies rushed to contain the scene, but in the chaos of interstate traffic and dark streets, the suspect slipped away on foot toward 13th and Locust. The Challenger was secured and hauled off. Its owner was sitting in the passenger seat during the entire pursuit, refused to cooperate, offering no real information on the driver's identity. On April 5th, 2024, Clayton County Sheriff's Office units stopped a driver for exceeding the posted speed limit. When instructed to exit the vehicle, the driver failed to comply and fled the scene, leading to a pursuit.
What's the 78 traffic condition? Maybe that in front I was speaking of. 6, what is your charges? Traffic charges, who's one of those guys when you need to pull out? So give us your location, speeds, traffic condition.
How's it going to call it?
The suspect sped through gas stations and parking lots, trying desperately to lose sight of the trooper. Despite the reckless driving, the trooper stayed hot on his tail, doing everything he could to bring the chase to a swift end.
Bring up the street name.
As the trooper closed in on the suspect's vehicle, the driver attempted to ram the patrol car, but lost control, instead crashing straight into a tree.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Right now. Hands. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
The suspect was removed from the vehicle and arrested, taken into custody without further incident, bringing this wild chase to a dramatic end. On February 28, 2025, Atlanta police responded to a vehicle break-in where suspects brandished firearms at the victim. A citywide BOLO was issued for the armed suspects. Officers spotted the suspect vehicle. When officers attempted to pull over the vehicle, but the suspects refused to stop, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
Eastbound, stand by, see what it does. We're still rolling. We'll be in pursuit 20 eastbound. 50-1, I copy. What does traffic look like? Traffic's medium. Speeds right now 71, 16 setting up for a pit. Still good. Still 20 eastbound. Speeds are over 90. Medium traffic. Pit. Pit. Send it, Jazz, I got it. Send it.
Send it, Jazz, I got it. Send it. Second pit. Stand by, box in.
The suspect, realizing he was about to be caught, began throwing items out of the vehicle in an attempt to dispose of evidence. However, shortly after, the suspect pulled over on the side of the road, bringing the pursuit to an end.
Hands up!
I got less.
Okay, don't reach for anything. Keep your hands up. Okay?
Hey, responding units.
Come on.
I need y'all to go to them.
Going on this left side.
After the suspects pulled over, officers recovered a firearm that had been reported stolen. A total of 5 suspects were detained. The driver was arrested and charged with fleeing and eluding. Tompkins was charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and was also taken into custody for an active warrant out of DeKalb County. Walker was arrested for an outstanding warrant, also out of DeKalb County. 2025, in Broward County, Florida. The Florida Highway Patrol's Criminal Interdiction Unit teamed up with the Broward Sheriff's Office to stop a dangerous fugitive wanted on multiple felony warrants. The target was a black Mercedes SUV rolling through Sunrise Boulevard. When troopers closed in, the driver refused to surrender. With traffic ahead and sirens closing behind, the Mercedes surged forward, weaving recklessly through lanes.
You're behind it? Number 1 lane eastbound?
I don't see him yet. Not away from us. Yeah, I don't know. Stop it.
Go for it.
Alright.
Espérate. Where you at, Bodeon?
No.
A first pit attempt spun the SUV, but chaos followed. The driver bailed mid-spin, and the front seat passenger slid behind the wheel, keeping the chase alive. The Mercedes pushed westbound, swerving through cars at high speed. Troopers knew this was no ordinary pursuit. Every second the suspect stayed on the road, the risk to innocent lives multiplied. Holding their line, they closed the gap once again.
I got you. Hey, they're still good! Go out the window!
Be careful!
Any additional units in the area by 95 and Sunrise.
The impact sent the SUV spinning, overturning before slamming to a stop in the grassy median. The chase was finished. One by one, the suspects stumbled out of the wreck and were taken into custody. Inside the vehicle, officers found not just fugitives but firepower. 3 firearms recovered on scene. From felony warrants to a violent chase across Sunrise Boulevard, it all ended the same way, under arrest, facing justice in Broward County Jail. On September 20th, 2024, Jason Christopher Smalls, a 31-year-old from Orlando, led Florida Highway Patrol troopers on a high-speed chase on Interstate 275 in St. Petersburg, Florida. Smalls was initially spotted driving recklessly in a Ford Focus sedan, prompting a traffic stop, but he fled southbound, escalating a pursuit. The suspect decided to take an exit, but as soon as he exited the interstate, he made a huge mistake. While attempting to pass traffic on the left shoulder, Smalls lost control of his vehicle, striking 2 roadside signs before crashing into an eastbound Jeep Grand Cherokee. After the crash, Smalls tried to flee on foot, but was quickly apprehended by troopers who deployed a taser to stop him. He was arrested and charged with reckless driving involving injury and property damage, fleeing and eluding, driving with a suspended license as a habitual traffic offender, and leaving the scene of a crash. The 2 occupants of the Jeep, a 42-year-old woman and a 17-year-old girl, sustained minor injuries, and were treated at a local hospital. Smalls, already a habitual traffic offender, had an intense emotional meltdown while in custody. On March 25, 2021, Officer Jimmy Harmon of the Lamar Police Department reported a white Ford pickup pulling a trailer stolen in Lamar. The suspect nearly hit Officer Harmon head-on before fleeing, dropping items from the trailer along the way. Arkansas State Police Officer Lonnie Moore located the truck traveling westbound on I-40. After confirming it was the stolen vehicle, Moore attempted a traffic stop. However, the driver refused to pull over, initiating a pursuit.
29 Clarksville, I contacted it. We're westbound. We meet 1024 with it.
10-4 direct. 29, are you covering?
10-4. He's not pulling over. We're still westbound, going under the 57 underpass. Still westbound. Speed 64. He's riding on the shoulder a little bit. We're in pursuit.
Executing a pit maneuver was deemed too risky due to the trailer attached to the vehicle, which could have caused significant danger to innocent drivers. Instead, troopers opted to box in the suspect, aiming to safely force her to pull over without causing damage.
If anybody got stop sticks, they can get up ahead of him a ways.
Fast lane. Going past 53.
Yeah, 53. Still about 60 or 75 traffic. Speed 73. We're almost to the Coville exit. Some traffic's none around us. We're about to get into some.
I got
The suspect, realizing there was no chance of escaping, decided to pull over on the side of the road. Little did the troopers know this would turn out to be one of the most unusual and unforgettable arrests of their careers.
Just before that, Franklin. All right, we're pulling over on the shoulder just before Franklin County.
29 to felony place, Allen, European.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
The suspect jumped out of the vehicle completely naked and attempted to flee the scene, but troopers quickly tackled and detained her. She was taken into custody without further issues and later identified as a resident of Lamar. The suspect was transported to the Johnson County Detention Center. Charges were filed by Lamar Police for the theft of the vehicle and trailer, while Officer Moore with the Arkansas State Police added charges of felony fleeing, reckless driving, and refusal to submit to arrest. Upon searching the stolen truck, police discovered a loaded revolver in the driver's seat. The owner of the vehicle was contacted to recover their property, closing out one of the most unusual pursuits and arrests in recent memory. On February 4, 2024, Trooper Thomas Evans was working hard to catch up to an active pursuit involving a suspect driving a stolen car and fleeing with stolen merchandise. Despite his efforts, things didn't go exactly as planned.
Trying to fix your shit. Take the big on me. Stand by.
10-4.
10-4, took 275.
275.
Left on College.
Left on College.
Anybody got the concrete wall essentially right now?
Right, gotta hit concrete wall.
She went off the road. I'm just back up over top of the College overpass. I'm coming down the service road. It's jumping back on and trying to get down all the way to here.
Is in pursuit with a blue Nissan Altima 55.
This way, now I'm out of it.
As Trooper Evans approached an exit in pursuit, he was traveling at such high speeds that he was unable to slow down in time. Losing control, his patrol car crashed off the roadway. Fortunately, other units continued the chase, and the suspects were eventually stopped and arrested. All 3 occupants of the stolen vehicle were taken into custody. November 16, 2022, when 3 Dodge Chargers were caught street racing and spotted by none other than Trooper Bird. As soon as he saw them, he activated his lights and sirens. All 3 took off, but Trooper Bird locked onto the last one and went after it without hesitation.
One of the 28s, Arkansas, Adam Mary, 64 Henry, AIM, 64H. We got a white one. We're all pulling into the Circle K. Go ahead and come into 37 with that white one. We are going west on 65th. West on 65th, reversing. Speed's over 100. Still west on 65th.
It didn't take long for Trooper Bird to catch up, and once he's behind you, it's game over.
There's a gate at the end of this, and he's coming back out of it. I'll just throw my car to assist.
Hands! Straight up! Put your hands down!
The suspect learned the hard way who Trooper Jacob Bird is. His car was completely wrecked, and just one look at the tire said it all. He was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. A gold Jeep wanted for retail fraud and felonious assault after ramming a Utica police cruiser. The suspect had already escaped one pursuit, but luck doesn't last forever, not when every cop in the county is looking for you. Minutes later, a deputy spotted that same gold Jeep speeding down 32-mile road, weaving through traffic like he owned it. The deputy stayed patient, waiting for backup. But the second those red and blue lights flipped on, the suspect lost it. It was clear this wasn't just a getaway. It was a last stand on 4 wheels.
Edward, E. David, 0372. Great. Everything goes County's trying to catch up. Hey, look at it. Okay. You can have out of the yellow area and line dispatcher is 261 still eastbound. I gotta think of what north avenue. You found it, okay?
He swerved into oncoming lanes, passing cars head-on, desperate to escape the law one more time. The amount he could have actually hit someone head-on is insane. Every second, a potential disaster. The trooper knew pressing harder could end badly, so he held back, letting the suspect burn himself out. What the driver didn't know was that a few miles up the road, another unit was already waiting, spike strips ready, and his freedom running out fast.
He's out, he's flipped. Yes, there's one on foot. He went northbound through the storage yard here. I'm going to check on the passenger.
After the vehicle rolled over, chaos followed. The driver bailed out, running into the darkness, but the passenger wasn't as lucky. He'd been ejected during the violent crash. The trooper rushed to him first, hoping for a miracle, but from the first glance, it didn't look good. Moments later, other units tracked down the fleeing driver and took him into custody. The passenger, however, never made it. He was pronounced dead at the scene. On September 23, 2024, Trooper Dobbins was patrolling Grand Avenue when he observed a green Chevy Cruze with Arkansas plates driven by Dylan Matthew Anderson. Knowing Anderson had confirmed outstanding warrants, Trooper Dobbins activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop at North 32nd and Grand Avenue. Anderson, however, continued southbound at low speeds, ignoring the lights and sirens. He then accelerated, attempting to flee, and turned left, heading eastbound on Kincaid Avenue.
Rolling southbound.
10-4.
23.
Slow rolling, still southbound.
Yeah, we're 1037.
10-4.
Okay, going back east. Hey, you threw something out there. Here you are.
The pursuit didn't last long as officers quickly executed a pit maneuver, bringing the suspect's vehicle to a stop. The suspect was successfully arrested and taken into custody without further incident.
Air 1, we're on readiness TC'd, moderate TC on the freeway right there.
In Riverside, California, on July 25, 2022, Riverside's Public Safety Communications Center received reports of 2 home invasion robberies at a mobile home park. Officers quickly learned that the suspect had also carjacked an Amazon delivery vehicle while fleeing the scene. Using GPS tracking from the stolen Amazon vehicle, officers located it. When they attempted to stop the suspect, he refused to surrender, sparking a high-speed chase through city streets.
Speeds are about 45 miles per hour runway, almost TC'd into a white car.
Copy.
All right, just TC'd into a car, gray car in the intersection.
It's no medical aid for that TC at that intersection.
Air 1, we're on readiness TC'd, moderate TC on the freeway right there.
On that car.
Just TC'd really bad again into another truck. Vehicle's going to be disabled. We're going to keep an eye on him.
After several minutes of reckless driving on the motorway, the suspect's desperation reached new heights. Purposefully colliding with 3 occupied vehicles, he caused chaos on the road. Moments later, the stolen Amazon delivery van broke down. Refusing to give up, the suspect abandoned the vehicle and fled on foot across the freeway's busy westbound lanes in a last-ditch effort to evade capture. But with officers hot on his trail, his options were quickly running out.
He's hopping out of the car, going to go northbound across the freeway. We got him. Be able to hop this wall just north of you guys.
Air 110 is your name.
All right, they're making contact with him now.
But the suspect's frantic escape came to an abrupt end when he was unable to scale a high barrier wall. Pursuing officers closed in, safely apprehending him on the spot. The suspect was identified as 32-year-old Quentin Jarnell, Larks of Las Vegas. After being taken to a nearby hospital for evaluation, Larks was booked into the Robert Presley Detention Center. He now faces a series of serious charges, including attempted murder, home invasion robbery, carjacking, assault with a deadly weapon, reckless evading police, and driving under the influence of narcotics causing injury. Larks remains in custody with bail set at $1 million, marking the end of a dangerous and chaotic chain of events.
I'm Trooper Duncan with the Arkansas State Police. The reason why I stopped you is speeding. You were speeding when the speed limit was 70. You're in a construction zone now where the speed limit is dropped to 60, and you're still driving over the speed limit.
On November 12, 2024, Trooper Austin conducted a traffic stop for speeding in a construction zone. During the stop, Trooper Austin detected the smell of marijuana coming from the vehicle. When instructed to step out of the car, the driver suddenly accelerated and fled the scene.
Step out now.
Let me know if you take exit 88.
We do not technically stay west. I'm ending it as soon as we get out of this construction here.
Guys, 111, coming up from 110.
Troopers quickly caught up to the suspect and steadily took control of the pursuit.
Pretty about 120.
Do not rush the vehicle.
The trooper executed a TVI maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle into a ditch. The suspect, identified as Bernard Williams, exited the vehicle and fled into the woods. He was later arrested at a truck stop after his wife contacted police to turn him in. On November 10th, 2024, Trooper Paget stopped to assist a driver with a flat tire on a boat trailer. While helping, he learned a nearby deputy was struggling with a suspect. The suspect managed to grab the deputy's taser and flee in a Chevy Avalanche. Trooper Paget immediately left to join the pursuit.
I'm in speed 120.
Speed 120.
6610.
616. That's slow roll.
13 primary.
13 primary.
As soon as Trooper Paget took the lead in the pursuit, he executed a pit maneuver, sending the suspect's vehicle into a ditch.
Oh, you! You better stop! I'll shoot you! I will shoot you!
The driver, Barnes, exited the vehicle and fled on foot, while the passenger stayed behind and was immediately arrested. Barnes was stopped when the trooper caught up to him and deployed a taser. Both suspects were arrested and taken into custody. On Sunday, February 18th, 2024, at approximately 5:36 p.m. in North Olmsted, Ohio, Officer Ricky Juergens noticed a 2003 PT Cruiser with no visible license plate and only one working brake light turning into Great Northern Mall. He followed the vehicle on Ring Road near Dick's Sporting Goods and initiated a traffic stop with lights and sirens. However, the vehicle didn't stop but slowed down, continuing westbound on Ring Road.
We're leaving. He's reaching all around in the car. 31 miles an hour. He's coming to a stop. Brook Park in front of Dick's. He's taking off.
A trooper deployed spike strips, but they were unsuccessful, and the suspect responded by accelerating even more. The pursuit reached speeds of up to 81 miles per hour until the suspect, Antoine Lindsay, was ejected from the vehicle. He lay outside the car, appearing to attempt to get up and flee, but was immobilized due to his injuries.
We have a kid in the vehicle. He's crying. Male's at gunpoint. I will. You stay right there. Just spread your legs and feet out. Cuff him up. You got him? All right.
Do not move.
Do not move.
Antoine sustained suspected serious injuries and was transported by medics to Fairview General Hospital for evaluation. Upon approaching the vehicle, officers discovered Antoine's 1-year-old child securely fastened in a child safety seat. Thankfully, the child was unharmed in the rollover accident. After a brief stay in the hospital, Antoine Lindsay was released from police custody. On October 3, 2020, Trooper Zachary Walker joined a pursuit on Georgia 21 near Interstate 95 involving a Chevrolet SUV that fled from a traffic stop. Jasper County units had initiated the pursuit, and dispatch reported the suspect vehicle entering Georgia at mile marker 109. Trooper Walker activated his blue lights and siren, moving to the front of the pursuit, but initially could not see the violator. Savannah Police Officer Austin Newman reported the SUV traveling without headlights at a high rate of speed, nearly causing a collision after running a red light. As the SUV passed Trooper Walker on the shoulder at 112 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone, Walker became the primary pursuit vehicle and radioed the update.
I have to be right at the top of the ramp, and you go over the ramp, get back out.
10-4 Rankin, I got him. Be southbound coming up to the 105th road. He just turned his lights back off. We're passing the 104th right now. I'm gonna set up the pit. I just bit him,
The suspect managed to recover from the initial pit maneuver, but shortly after, the trooper executed another pit maneuver, successfully stopping the suspect.
What's your speed?
About 100 miles an hour. I just hit him again. He's into the guardrail, into the guardrail. Just past 102. He's push bond, 1080 on foot.
After the pit maneuver, the suspect came to a stop, exited his vehicle, and fled on foot. However, the trooper quickly deployed a taser, stopping the suspect, who was then arrested and taken into custody. In Miami-Dade County, Florida, on July 7, 2022, Florida Highway Patrol troopers attempted to pull over a vehicle for reckless driving. The driver slowed down but never fully stopped, instead accelerating at high speeds, initiating a pursuit. The troopers had a difficult time getting closer to the suspect, but one trooper finally managed to locate the vehicle and close the distance, positioning himself closer to the suspect.
Signal 4, cars on fire, signal 4, cars on fire.
Signal 4, cars on fire, all units responding. Get off on the right. Get off on the visual from the right. 4448.
The suspect crashed his vehicle, which then caught on fire. Despite the flames, he exited the car and began fleeing on foot.
We're still behind them.
The suspect jumped into a wooded area and was pursued by Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Hernandez, who deployed a taser, but it failed to make full contact. Trooper Cantelar then deployed K-9 Gunner into the woods, and K-9 Gunner quickly located the suspect, who surrendered without incident. On Monday, April 1st, 2024, an Arkansas state trooper attempted to stop a vehicle traveling eastbound on Interstate 40 near exit 265 in Crittenden County. The driver, identified as Courtney Ridgway, 28, of Smyrna, Tennessee, failed to stop, leading to a pursuit by the troopers.
Equal 946 1044. White Ford Fusion 265, the exit eastbound.
228. 450, stand by.
10 tag.
As the suspect accelerated, the trooper lost sight of the vehicle in the darkness but continued to pursue. A few moments later, the trooper was surprised to see the suspect's vehicle suddenly appear ahead.
Yeah, right out. Roll over, give me a 1016.
10-4. With him.
Show me your heads! Get on the ground! Show me your heads!
We okay?
Crawl out!
We okay?
The suspect lost control of the vehicle, causing it to roll upside down. Troopers quickly approached the wreck and arrested the suspect and all passengers without further incident. They were all taken into custody, bringing the high-speed chase to a close. In Warren, Michigan, officers pulled over a driver for making unsafe lane changes. The driver complied and pulled over to the side of the road, but as soon as he spotted a trooper exiting the patrol car, he hit the gas and took off, igniting a high-speed pursuit.
He's taking off. Copy, taking off.
Charlie 21's primary will be calling it. It'll lane, continuing southbound and crash it. Alright, looks like he just... he just banked his shot here on Charlotte.
Westbound on 94. Westbound 94. Notify Detroit and state, please. Wind down.
The suspect eventually came to a stop and exited the vehicle, along with his passengers. Tensions were high as everyone wondered what would happen next.
David 50 dispatcher, start the track for 18505 Kelly.
Heard of 18505 Kelly.
Right here. He right here. He right here.
Securing one.
The suspect was soon found hiding in a nearby garden, and officers quickly apprehended him, along with 2 passengers who had fled the vehicle. All 3 were arrested and taken into custody without any further incident, bringing the pursuit to a safe and orderly end. On September 12, 2021, a 12-year-old boy led Doña Ana County Sheriff's deputies on a high-stakes pursuit in New Mexico. The Doña Ana Sheriff's Office had received multiple calls about a juvenile recklessly driving an SUV through the Las Alturas area. Deputies attempted to pull the vehicle over, but the young driver refused to stop, leading them on a tense chase through residential neighborhoods.
Hey, they just hopped into the hotel parking lot.
99, so please go in the wrong way on the Del Rey exit behind the movie theater. Hey, nice. So just still going the wrong way, coming up to the, he just head-on collision right here at the 25 exit behind Sam's.
The young suspect sped out of a parking lot, driving straight into oncoming traffic. With no time to avoid impact, he collided head-on, bringing the dangerous pursuit to a sudden and dramatic end.
Yeah, so just go the wrong way, come up to the 45. The 25 exit behind Sam's. What's up with going in a 45? Nobody. What's up with going in a 45?
Car! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get up there! Get down!
After the crash, deputies made a shocking discovery: a 12-year-old driver with ammunition for a 9mm handgun in his possession. Following the trail, officers found the gun tossed from the SUV during the chase. As paramedics arrived, body cam footage captured the young boy in tears, claiming he was forced to drive by other kids in the vehicle. Officers immediately worked to detain the other juveniles. Thankfully, the boy was unharmed, while the driver of the other vehicle, who had children on board, was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The 12-year-old was later booked into the Doña Ana County Detention Center, facing charges for aggravated fleeing, conspiracy to commit burglary, and possession of a stolen vehicle.